right, guys, welcome back. 3 epic budget designs from Kubey that we just shouldn't forget, guys. These are amazing. These are from great designers, great knives, and they are so affordable. And so I've reviewed all of these, I believe, but we're just going to do kind of a refresher course. Check out the channel, of course, on these knives and talk about them. I just thought it was fun. Now, these all 3 came from Kubey. I think they might be returns. So let's go through first what they are and what I think the return might be, which is funny because these are fine and they're going to be given away on the channel. I don't know. I'm thinking of keeping one of them, but I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. We'll talk about it. But anyway, here we go. So we have the Kubey Hide, which is designed by Colin Mason Pierre of a Half a Devo Knives in 14C and G10. All right, very cool. We have this guy, the Kubey Momentum, big full-size knife. And by the way, this is hole only. Wait a minute, it's a front flipper too, Casey. What are you talking about? It's got the top flipper. Okay. This one is front flipper and thumb studs. And again, this one is an AUS 10 and G10, full liners, both of them. And then this is also Colin Mason Pierre. This is the Kubey Royal, which is a fantastic budget knife. And by the way, this specimen, the best D10 I've ever seen. I'm actually thinking about keeping this one. I'm just going to be honest. Front flipper, very strong for a front flipper. Listen to this. Holy moly. And a hole, of course. So really good. Now, all of these are in the $60 to $70 range, I think. We'll go over them in a moment. We're not going to do specs. We're not doing full reviews. We're just chatting about very good budget knives. Now, don't forget at KubeyKnife.com, which is where I'll have the link, you can get 20% off of those prices with code KC20LT. So let's just take the Royal, okay? The Royal in 14C, which I don't see the black and Stonewash 14C version online right now. I see a D2 version. Let's see, not in black though, like that. That's interesting. But anyway, the D2 versions, well, I thought I saw a D2 version. I guess I don't. Are these all? No, there we go. The D2 versions are 60. The 14C versions are 70. And then there's also titanium versions for 220, okay? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Is that it? G10. No, that's D2. This one in D2 is 60 bucks. They don't have the black one, but they do have others like gray and jade and green and purple. And those are 70 bucks for the 14C. Now, that's pretty dang good. Now, if you take 20% off of that, it gets even better. Now, let's go ahead and jump through the other two. The Momentum, again, titanium versions for 220 with M390, both of those. But this one, $70 for Ultim and AUS 10. G10 and AUS 10 is $60, okay? And there's a bunch of different versions. Let's see, are there D2 versions? Nope, just AUS 10, okay? But 60 bucks, again, fantastic. And then the Hide, last of all, $80 for Ultim and 14C. $70 for G10 and 14C. I mean, come on. This blue one is sold out, unfortunately. But now 20% off KC20LT on those. Really, really cool. Now let's talk about what might have been, sent back on these. This one, and I've confirmed with some people that have one, has a button head screw instead of a pan head or a Chicago. Well, what do you call that? Not Chicago. What do you call that style screw? Anyway, it's instead of a flat head screw, it's got a round head screw right here on the reversible part of the clip. Not a big deal, of course, but that's the only thing I can find wrong with this knife. It locks up perfectly. It's great action. Now, it does have a very strong D10, so you might have had somebody that just didn't like that crazy strong D10. That might be that simple. Second, on this guy, the clip was sprung. So the clip was like that. And all I did, and this is your tip, guys, unscrew the clip, flip it around so it's sticking off the back of the knife, okay? And then screw it back in, and then take that clip and push it down. More than you feel comfortable doing, but not too much. Flip it back around. You'll immediately sense that now you have got that to touch here first before it touches here. Put your screws back in, and now you've got this nice retention, very nice in and out of the pocket clip. That's all that was wrong with this one. It locks up great. Yep, it's the detent's fine. Everything's good. So what about this guy? I've yet to find it. The only thing I can think is somebody might think on the whole the detent's a little light, but that's because of this top flipper. You have to have it that way. But there's nothing wrong with this knife. Lockup is great. Clip is good. Everything is good about this knife. So I'm not sure. It was very interesting to get these. Now, very cool that Kubey sends these returns to me, because I most of the time end up turning around and sending them to you guys for reviews. Now, all three of these are very slender stock. This one really slender. Very nice cutters, high, flat grinds. Great. This one's contoured. This one is flat but has big chamfers, and this one is pretty much flat. Good G10, good grip. These are all really, really good designs. Now, as far as size, again, we're not doing a full review, so not full specs, but you can see the Rat 1 is bigger than all of them. The Rat 2 is about the same size as the Royal. If we do this, which I should do, the hide is a little bit smaller than the Rat 2, and that kind of gives them to you that way. So if we put a ruler out here, with this guy being the longest, the Momentum is an 8-inch knife, and with this guy being the smallest, it's a 7-inch, and the Royal is 7 1/4. So really cool sizes, nice knives. I mean, come on, how can you go wrong with, you know, what? I don't want to do math. So let's say 10%. If they're 60, 10, or let's say 70. 10% of that is 7. Double that up, that's 14. I mean, come on. You're going to get 14 bucks off. I think that's pretty dang good. So thanks to Kubey for sending these, because it helps me to keep stuff in here for giveaways, which is awesome. But I'm just being honest. The Royal may not leave. I don't know. We'll decide. They do. This one, it's interesting, does have the new Kubey logo. And these still have the KB, which is now moved to the higher end knives. So these are older. This one's probably fairly new. So really, really interesting indeed. All right, guys, that's it. This was just a fun video to show off 3 knives that if you're looking for a budget knife, you just should not lose focus. And these are by high-end, really cool guys, really cool designers. There you go. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what you think. Would love to hear it for sure. Definitely make sure you subscribed and hit that notification bell to all. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.